We're with Pieces to Pathways, and this is our hormone injection kit. We have, first of all, a literature insert, which has information about the stuff that's in the kit, as well as instructions for how to inject hormones. And then we've got 4 syringes, and we've got a variety of different needles. So we have 18 gauge needles, which would be for pulling the hormone that you're going to inject. And we've got shorter 25 gauge needles, which would be for subcutaneous injection, 23 gauge needles, which would be for intramuscular injection. And then we've got some Band-Aids. We've also got some gloves and some alcohol pads so you can sterilize your surfaces and your skin. So to prep a shot, first of all, you'd want to just make sure your hands are clean, so wash and sterilize them. And we do have a bunch of prep pads in the kit. Make sure that the vial of the hormone that you're injecting, the top is sterilized before you put a needle in it. So you take our 1 milliliter syringe here, and then an 18 gauge needle. So this is a larger gauge needle to pull the hormone from the vial that you have.
Why do you use the larger gauge for that?
Because hormones are pretty thick, so it just makes it easier to pull out. And then you want to switch to a smaller gauge for injection. Don't want to touch the tip if you can avoid it, and just like screw it in there. And you've got your syringe ready for injection. You want to uncap this and like stick it directly in the vial, pull up the hormone that you need.
Sid, can you share more about like the differences between intramuscular and subcutaneous?
Yeah, totally. So subcutaneous or sub-Q, it's a shorter needle and it goes into the subcutaneous layer of fat in your skin. And then intramuscular, I guess as the name suggests, goes into the muscle, and it's gonna be a longer needle. But before you do that, you wanna make sure that you get an alcohol pad and you sterilize whatever site on your body that you're gonna inject, and then let it air dry. So for intramuscular, there's a few options. I think the easiest generally is like the middle third of your thigh. Mm-hmm. And then for subcutaneous, you can also use your thigh. You can also use your stomach. And then I think generally the safest thing to do is not to recap your needles, just because you can accidentally prick yourself. So you just want to dispose of that in a sharps container as soon as you're done. And then get a Band-Aid and
a cotton swab if you have it, if you're nasty.
And yeah, I think that's generally how to use this kit.